Well, hello everyone. Today's been an interesting day. So I should start off by saying in the last video, my sister helped me get a lot of them clothes gone through, and I had the truckload or the van load of clothes. I ended up donating them all this morning to Goodwill. So there was good clothes there, but there was also a lot of stuff I didn't want to deal with. And I could have filled up all my trash cans and sent it to the landfill, but I was like, you know what? To be honest, I really don't even like Goodwill that much. So yeah, I'm just going to give it to them. They're going to make money on it. I ain't worried about it, but they're going to... The guys that were there, they're like, holy shit. I was like, I called to make sure I can bring a van load. I was like, yeah, I don't think they knew what you meant. I said, I don't think so either. But so anyways, all that's done. I went and bought 25 boxes, a whole bundle of boxes at Walmart. So I'm going to go through and pack up all the clothes and just kind of get them staged in the second house. Because right now I got some windows in the back. Yeah, you can kind of see them like right there. So I'm going to load up some tools. I'm just going to drive this truck over there just because I don't have to pull a trailer. So I'm just going to kind of say heck with it. I'm going to work on this job tomorrow. And every single order I have right now, I got the missing door, I got 2 pieces of glass, and then I got the special order windows for this job here. And I was supposed to get it all like this week, next week. They're like, oh no, it's going to be next month. So I don't know what the heck happened. I mean, this is like COVID all over again, but none of the deliveries are coming in on time or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set aside, I know I get deliveries on Wednesday, so I'm going to set aside a Wednesday and Thursday every month, and I'm not going to really commit to anything if I'm getting a truck delivery. If I'm not getting a truck delivery, I'm going to start going to the flea market. So as soon as this job is done and over with, I'm going to just concentrate on getting all the stuff that's in the warehouse, stuff I had for garage sale, and just emptying out and just selling it at the flea market. And I still got to, move all that shelving and get the shelving set up at the warehouse. And I'm going to put all the shelving up for sale too, instantly, before I even put something on it. I'm going to take pictures. So here's the whole set. This is what I'm asking, But I'm going to concentrate on just getting rid of all that stuff, getting the storage units empty by the end of the month. They should both be emptied because my sister helped me out with all the clothes. I don't have to fill a trailer full of clothes, so that I have an extra trailer to help empty the other storage unit to make sure I'm out by the end of this month. So I had to go to the doctor today, and nothing but, you're too fat, you're too old, all this kind of shit. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm gonna die soon anyways. So, and they're wanting to put me on medicine and everything, and I don't even want to do it. So I'm just gonna say fuck it. If I die, I die. I don't care anymore. But I am gonna sort of commit to eating healthier. She said that, my doctor said that a Mediterranean diet would be the best thing for me, so I'm going to try that out. And I got 3 months to see what happens. She wants me to lose 15 pounds and get my A1C, whatever. I guess 6.5 is a threshold, and I'm at 6.9, which she said I'm just barely over the threshold. To be fair, I haven't been eating it as, like, I try to eat healthy, but I've been having a lot of late night encounters with sugar. So, but I'm gonna try to quit that. And once I get done with this job, and I'm gonna put aside a schedule, because I got 2 homes. One I want to be using for selling online and just going through stuff and processing, and one I live in. But what I'm gonna do is concentrate on starting to walk and run around the neighborhood, going from one house to the other. So once this job is done with, which this is going to be pretty much the rest of the week, just piddling on this, because I'm not really wanting to do this no more. So But I'm going to get this stuff here done this week, and then since it's going to be next month before I get anything else, they're saying the 10th of September is the next delivery, which is just stupid, you know, because they told me it's going to be the 27th, now it's the 10th. But anyways, so I'm still a little pissed about that, if you can't tell. So I'm going to concentrate on going to the flea market 3 days a week. Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesdays I can be at the flea market. Every other day I'm going to be processing and getting rid of crap. School. There's a school over there and they block traffic all the time. Y'all didn't see that, but there was a bunch of shit going on over there. But now I'm going to, you know, for 3 months, let me commit to just trying to be healthy and trying to be, you know, where I can be active, because I do want to travel. I do want to go wander around. I do want to go walk through national parks, you know, and do the whole thing. And I want to be able to live doing it, you know, at least survive. So I'm going to concentrate on that. And yeah, so I talked with my landlord. He's thinking about letting me out of my lease in at the end of the year. But my lease is, I'm technically not up until April. So you know, it's only a few months. If he holds me to it, then fine, I'll pay it. It's not a big deal. But my plan is to be out of everything by the end of the year, out of the storage units by the end of the month. Did you know, I used to, actually two things I want to talk about. Just, oh, let me see if I can get over here. There we go. Hold on. I'm driving. Alright, so me and my sister used to very occasionally go running. And she absolutely hated me because I don't run. Like, I used to run in the Marine Corps, and it was kind of like a church for me, because every Sunday morning I'd get up and just go run 10 miles. Yes, this blob used to run 10 miles every weekend. And I ran 3 days a week. I ran 3 miles 3 days a week, and then 10 miles on Sunday, because we had PT in the Marine Corps. And I know how to run as far as conditioning my brain, because I used to get these euphoric experiences, and you know, I'd go into like a trance-like state, and just, I mean, you know, it was a religion, it was a church to me, because it really got rid of the bad stuff that was in my head at that time. I'm not saying there's bad stuff in my head right now. I mean, there is, but not like it was in the past. But I'm going to try to run. I'm not saying I'm going to run 10 miles, but I want to try getting to where at least I can run, you know, and do at least 1 mile if I can. I used to run a 7-minute mile. Was 7:32, I think. 7:28, 7:32 was my average. But I want to get back to that. I want to try, you know, I'm not going to join a gym. I'm not going to do anything, but I do have a really nice weight bench. I got weights. And I'm just going to put aside a little bit of time, since I won't be working after these few little jobs. I'm just going to kind of get into my own little groove and just start selling and doing all the stuff. But, you know, I kind of want to get out and just walk around the neighborhood at least. You know, although it's very dangerous, my neighborhood. We got everything in our neighborhood that's dangerous. You know, people. We even have green dogs in our neighborhood. No joke, they're green. Well, one of them was. But anyways, one of the other things I want to talk about is back in the day when I first started the channel, what was it, 4 years ago? I was way more in debt than I am now. And in 4 years, I went from paying over $7,000 a month in bills, okay, to where right now I'm paying just a hair over $2,000 a month. And I've given up a lot of stuff. You know, I've had to do some financial gymnastics, but I did it. And I don't have good credit. I'm not some special guru. I just made common sense decisions and walked away from expensive things. You know, I used to go to the mall and drop, you know, $500, $600 just for a couple outfits. Now I'm buying 5 bags of clothes for, you know, $50. So I just changed what I do and how I do things. I was in credit card. I had, I think, like $30,000 in credit card debt. I had a brand new truck, which I hated, and was luckily I was able to sell it back to sell it to CarMax, and I made $9,000 over what I owed on the vehicle. So that, you know, and I haven't made good financial decisions. I just chose not to spend a shit ton of money. You know, I just quit. But right now, once I get rid of the storage units, and, you know, once I get in a warehouse, my monthly bill should be around $400 to $600 a month. So within 5 years, I went from $7,000 a month down to, let's say, average at $500. It might be $600 to be realistic, you know, just because electric bills have gone up and everything else. And I'll be doing more work in the second home, which that electric bill is going to go up because I'm putting in a washer and 2 dryers. I'm running new electric just for that. So you don't have to, but I think it'd be beneficial to get one of the rooms back because my mom turned it into a laundry room, and I want to move everything outside. But anyways, you know, it's amazing that hole I was in, and it took me a long time, but I'm out of that hole now. You know, I mean, I see everything, and the money I'm going to make once I start going back to the flea market and everything, which should be in between $300 to $500 a day. So I'm going to be making anywhere from $900 to $1,500 a week, selling 3 days a week. And that's just selling the shit I already had. I'm not even going to buy new stuff. So, but my plan is by December or April, be out of the warehouse, have everything gone. I'm probably going to have to figure something out with the doors as far as putting them in a room. I'm thinking like the front porch, or putting them in one of the box trucks, which I don't want to do, but, you know, it's an easy way to cut the costs. So anyways, that was a lot of rambling just to kind of tell you guys that, you know, even though I'm not where I want to be, I look back where I was, and I've kind of done good, you know. I mean, I quit eating and drinking a shit ton of chemicals. You know, even though I have more health problems now, I'm actually feel healthier. You know, even after the accident, I'm still dealing with pain, but it's not as bad because I've been doing stretches and, you know, doing that little tool to do the pressure points, the little S thing that I showed in the past video. So, anyways, I think I'm happy because I'm seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm ready to get to work. I'm ready to get started on this new life that I'm going to have here in you know, a few months. So anyways, I just wanted to tell y'all, you know, kind of just catch you up on all the places I've been, and, you know, where I was when I started this channel and where I'm at now. And I mean, once I get a couple things set up in the second home, I mean, I'm planning on doing some crazy videos. I'm wanting to live stream. I'm gonna have like a permanent studio set up, and so, but yeah, peace, love, money. I'm out.